What up, world? This is Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live, and we're doing another late night audio. Man, the deeper we go down this rabbit hole, the more and more intricate it becomes. It's some deep stuff, it's some heavy stuff for real. Like, to have to love yourself when the whole world turns their back against you in periods of a long time, this and that, like, it's a lot going on, you know? And I'm aware that we're supposed to just breathe and be mindful and meditate, this and that, and at the same time, life isn't always perfect. Life isn't always great, you know? And sometimes there are some really deep moments in life, because part of us is like, oh, ha ha ha, hee hee hee, ha ha ha, it's not that serious. But then at the same time, you know, what you're going through, what you're experiencing, what you're feeling is valid. And that's why, like, listening to your own voice when you're alone is so important. Because usually it's a time whenever you're out with a lot of friends or whatever, social media, whatever, and all this hoopla just goes on around, you know, where people joking around, fooling around, not really understanding the message. And, honestly, I desire for this whole message to get broadcasted to the entire universe, to be real, because it will really help out with some change, you know. And I'm doing the best I can with what I have. It's some deep stuff that most people probably, I don't know. I'm just aware that so long as we learn to understand ourselves, there might be a few other people that can really, 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 really get deep with us. And that's very, very rare. Besides our maybe parents and maybe significant other or whatever. A really, really extremely deep connection. You know, and it's a lot going on. So much deeper than this one thing. Like, people are all over the place. When in essence, we are supposed to be one. And at the same time, it's not just one. And the world knows it. As of right now, whatever this upload date is, the world isn't all in one. Technically, yeah, we are all connected, right? And at the same time, there's still patches and blockages and stuff that's not being said. And that's just the truth, you know, from all sides. I don't care. It's not just left versus right, it's a collective. And I don't know, what I'm saying? I'm aware there's billions of people out in the world, and we all want our time, right? We all want our time to shine. Maybe that's on the red carpet. Maybe that's having your first newborn child. Maybe that's graduating from here. Maybe that's being promoted. Maybe that's your own business success. Maybe it's different things. And it's, you know, different accomplishments and achievements throughout our life that we can strive for and receive and work towards. And, it's obviously some of the most closest things to our hearts, such as family, such as having your first newborn child, or, your first house, or whatever, even if it's just time, just a week with your family and loved ones, just to go on a vacation, just somewhere to a beach, and having that time, when all of your life is just been rushed, in a rush to go everywhere. It's a lot of deep stuff. And like, this world needs a whole lot of healing. Like, that's an understatement. The world needs an enormous amount of healing. And I'm just speechless sometimes because there's so much going on. And, you know, most people just see the external appearance, the focus on looks. And I feel like that's what is causing so much separation on the planet when it's deeper than people realize. You know, we all have different pieces. We all have different pieces to the puzzle, and that's awesome. And at the same time, like, it's important for us to truly listen. You know, like, this is real life. This is reality. And yeah, we can add music. We can have music, some soft, sentimental, classical, inspirational music playing, or we could go watch some movies or whatever. But it's like, how many of us actually would want to experience an amazing movie scene in real life, such as crying tears of joy by maybe a massive surprise, or the better, you know, or having our first newborn child and the excitement of that, or, whatever, but just different stuff where you just are completely surrendered to the present moment and you are so happy and euphoric and you just feel so in touch with yourself. And I guess that's why I've always loved deep movies. Like I'm a huge Will Smith fan. That's one of my favorite actors. Will Smith, Sylvester Stallone, and Denzel Washington. Those are my three. Especially Will Smith. From Fresh Prince to Hancock to Hitch to Pursuit of Happiness to I Am Legend to 7 Pounds to whatever, all the other movies he's in, like, especially 7 Pounds, and John Q for Denzel Washington and Rocky Balboa, for Sylvester Stallone. All those movies are real deep, and like, before I went vegan, I was already into that. I would be wanting to be alone and be, with my higher self, and they can say most of our stuff was a lie, especially, with the way we might have been living. And also at the same time, there's still different talents and gifts and fields and energies of interest that really naturally gravitate towards us, and maybe it'll be different for someone else. But just for me, I've always been into that deep stuff. And, the more and more your heart rate begins to heal and slow down and become healthier, the more and more these realizations become clear. Sometimes we do wish that you were able to just have everybody's phone and technological device and tablet and computer screen and movie theater, everything. Sometimes we do desire to have an amazing, deep, inspirational, loving, truthful message broadcasted all throughout the whole world at the same exact time, the same exact message of peace and of love and all that. That would be epic, instead of seeing Amber Alerts, about drama and fear, instead of hearing sirens going off 24/7. How amazing would it be if the world actually came together? You know, I've had many nights going home empty, with nothing, no food, no water, no neighbors there to help, etc. And there's other people that can relate with that too. And at the same time, you know, I'm not a victim. I'm just sharing what I've gone through. All of us have been through a lot of stuff, you know. I've been through stuff. I've been homeless. I've been through a whole lot of stuff. Like, it would take me a long time to explain it, you know. And sometimes you do just desire and dream and have a gravitation towards having some type of magic or some type of faith, and is there love still in the universe because of so much wickedness that might be going on amongst us. You know, you can be eating so clean and healthy, meditating really well and healthy, and then, you know, there may be energies that are the complete opposite and they don't serve you. And they may be existing in the world and it may disturb you a whole lot because deep down you just wish you had a magical wand that can just change up stuff, you know, and at the same time you are aware that this is your life and maybe it's not like that, but you know, there's other ways to solve some of these problems, such as moving or just not even letting it weigh you down, not letting it get under your skin, you know, but at the same time still your truest, deepest feelings are real, you know, and like I can only have faith that this will reach people. Of course, I desire for this to reach everyone in the entire universe out of peace and love and elevation and understanding as well. Because a lot of us along our stories, we have a lot of stuff to say. We have a lot of stuff we've been through. We have a lot of stuff to heal. There's a lot of factors. Some people are all sick. We all are overcoming sickness. There's money, you know, all this stuff. That's why at night it's so amazing when I can do these videos because I can finally hear myself. You know, finally the cars stop driving around. Finally the workers will stop, you know, talking so loud. Finally there's no sirens. Finally it's peace. It's stillness. It's quiet. You know? And this is how Earth began. A formless state without all this hoopla going on. It was an alkaline environment of peace and tranquility.